stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country.
Sometimes out here, if you want to be heard, you have to speak loudly.
Our voice alone may not have as much impact as we would like in Columbus or Washington, but my voice
And my voice
can be heard and influential through membership in Ohio Farm Bureau.
My voice, along with tens of thousands of Ohioans who are part of Ohio's most important industry,
makes a difference when it comes to legislation, regulation, or litigation that can be positive or potentially harmful to those of us in the agriculture community.
Ohio Farm Bureau is committed to ensuring the future of farming for the next generation of producers.
And though we may represent a small portion of the population,
We are essential to what makes Ohio's economy strong and our food system safe, abundant, and affordable.
my Ohio Farm Bureau membership gives strength to my voice, protect and advance my farm, my family, and our future.
Make your voice heard by becoming a member today at ohiofarmbureau.org.
Because there is strength and members.
Hello, Ohio FFA. I'm here with Southeastern Clark today, and so excited to be able to visit them and give them a shout out. I had the opportunity to be here in February and hang out with these guys, and man, they were a lot of fun. During what everybody thought was FFA week, we had the great opportunity to do a fun tire toss, have some great pizza and cookie cake at lunch, and share a lot of laughs all throughout the day. And I'm so excited to see where the rest of you guys go in your futures, and thank you so much for welcoming me in here. All right, so let's give it up, guys.
Hey, Ohio FFA. I'd like to take a moment and shout out the Miami East MVCTC FFA chapter. My visit to this amazing program was filled with good conversations and tons of laughter. My favorite part was learning about their market bird project, where they raised groups of market birds and put them on different feeds to analyze their rate of gain. Their dedication to hands-on learning is truly inspiring.
I want to shout out the Seneca East FFA chapter. This fall, my teammate Melinda and I spent their Green Hand Camp with them. And at the camp, we spent time designing cookies, playing Ghosts in the Graveyard, and having some amazing conversations outside of the classroom. It was such a great experience to get to meet all of my new friends at Seneca East at this camp. Has been a different day with them. I'm so grateful for the new friends that I have at Seneca East and can't wait to see what they continue to do throughout the next school year.
Welcome to the 98th Ohio FFA Convention.
We are so glad you are here to help celebrate another great year of our Ohio FFA members and chapters.
As FFA members, we are the next generation of leaders who will change the world.
And while there are many ways to lead, the FFA way stands out.
In FFA, we respect and embrace every individual's culture and experiences.
We welcome every individual's contribution to advancing our communities and the industry of agriculture. We cultivate an environment that allows every individual to recognize and explore their differences. We create leadership opportunities for every individual to enhance their personal and professional endeavors.
We are students of our past, called to solve for today so that we may lead for the future for all.
Thank you for being here, as we are learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve together.
We hope that you enjoy your time at the Ohio FFA Convention.
We are FFA.
Please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Countdown to showtime! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ohio FFA! Make some noise and welcome your 2025-2026 Ohio FFA Officer Team! From Talawanda Butler Tech FFA, State Secretary Abby Garland. From Wayne County Career Center FFA, State Vice President at Large Bella Nardecchia. From Upper Sandusky FFA, State Sentinel Mulaney Bose. From Evergreen FFA, State Treasurer Taylor Johnson. From Big Walnut DACC FFA, State Vice President at Large Paris Anderson. From Warren FFA, State Vice President at Large, Reyes Boyer. From Utica FFA, State Vice President at Large, Melinda Wesley. From Utica FFA, State Vice President at Large, Audrey Bozart. From Ripley Union Lewis Huntington FFA, State Reporter, Austin Manning. From Bloom Carroll FFA, State Vice President, Henry Hoisington. And from Hillsboro Great Oaks FFA, State President, Carter Boyd. Let's go! Let's go! Come on, come on, rise on me. Let's go! Let's go! This is how we do it. Let's go! Check it out. Rise on me. Let's go! All right, all right. Yeah. All right, all right.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the 5th session of the 98th Ohio FFA Convention. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Station by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The Reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice is always based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era of agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The secretary will call the roll of members.
Mr. President, I am pleased to announce that there are 11,599 members and guests registered for this, the 5th session of the 98th Ohio FFA Convention.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which may we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this 5th session of the 98th Ohio FFA Convention duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented.
Man, I'm whooped. We've made it this far, but I really need a break, Bella.
Yeah, Austin, I gotta admit, I'm pretty exhausted. I mean, hearing about all these accomplishments is amazing and all, but you get real tired real quick.
What are you two complaining about? This is the most work I think I've seen you two do, well, ever.
I know what will help me reload. Rather than doom scrolling, let's play some Wii Sports.
Oh my goodness, I haven't played Wii Sports in so long. You know, now that you bring it up, I can really go for a good old game of ping pong.
Ping pong? No way. Wii bowling's what I grew up on. But I'm only playing if I'm player one.
Sorry, Carter, but last time I checked, I'm holding the blue remote, and it's time to hit the tennis ball around.
Boys, I hate to break it to you, but everyone knows that I'm the real player one.
Well, with y'all's athletic ability, I don't think you have to worry about winning anything in Wii Sports. That's okay, though, because we have lots of FFA members who may not be athletes, but sure aren't strangers to awards.
That's right, Carter. Wii Sports can take you down a lot of athletic endeavors to be a champion. And tonight, we will get to see the champions of our organization celebrate the different ways in agriculture they have obtained their state degrees.
Just like our Wii Me characters represent us as players, it's our stories that represent us as people. This session, we'll get to hear from the 2025-2026 Ohio FFA State President Carter Boyd as he shares his story over his year of service to encourage us as we take on our next match.
And we can't have Wii Sports without that legendary theme song. Luckily, we'll have the chance to hear some more classic tunes from our own talented Ohio FFA band and chorus.
Guys, all this talk about what our members are doing has me ready to put this remote down and get this session rolling.
Forget the ping pong. Sponsored by Ohio Corn and Wheat, let's get the 5th session of the 98th Ohio FFA Convention started.
Earning a state FFA degree is a very special moment in a young person's agricultural journey. It represents years of hard work, leadership, and dedication to learning about an industry that feeds and fuels the world. I'm Tad Nicholson, Executive Director of Ohio Corn and Wheat and a proud alumnus of Ohio FFA. Ohio Corn and Wheat is proud to support not only this event, but also important work Ohio FFA does to grow the next generation of agricultural leaders. Each day, our organization supports over 38,000 Ohio farmers in strengthening Ohio's agricultural future, boosting demand for their corn and wheat, and advocating for policies that keep farming profitable and sustainable. And that's where many of you come in. I'm confident that the future is bright because of your passion for agriculture and the hard work and dedication that led you here today. Congratulations to each of you for receiving your state FFA degree. The future of farming is in good hands.
Music has a way of bringing people together. Whether it's singing along to your favorite song, tapping your foot to a catchy beat, or trying to play an instrument for the first time and realizing it's harder than it looks. While some of us struggle to stay on key, the Ohio FFA Band and Choir are ready to show off their talents. These dedicated musicians have practiced endlessly, sharpened their skills, and are ready to light up the stage with energy and passion. Sponsored by Haviland Plastic Products, please help me welcome the Ohio FFA Band and Choir.
Good afternoon, Ohio FFA. I'm Aubrey Schwartz.
I'm Ann Boyd.
And I'm Austin Trueblood, and we have the privilege of introducing to you somebody that I've known long before the corduroy jacket, before he even knew how to hold a pencil properly or cruise a block in his hometown. Between the late nights in the show barn with the music so loud and my relentless pursuit to teach him why the 90s is the greatest generation of music across all genres, in between those playlists, I watched him grow into just this incredible person who has the kind of conversations that stick with you forever. He's become a leader worth following, not because of some title on his jacket, but the way he encourages and impacts all those he comes in contact with. CB, we're proud of you.
I met Carter when he was a scrawny, shy, and weird little freshman at FFA camp during my state president year. After watching him grow in these past 2 years of service, it's been a really cool full circle moment for me to watch him grow from that scrawny, shy, and weird kid into someone who never really stops talking and could probably beat anyone who challenges him in an eating contest. While watching Carter grow these past 3 years of knowing each other, he continues to impress me more and more. Each phone call contains a conversation about someone new, a different life experience, or something that's changed within the past month. Carter's hardworking, kind, and intentional with his actions. Proud of you.
My brother had the important job of telling everyone in the hospital waiting room that I was a girl when I was born. And since that day, a little over 16 years ago, I've had the important job of being his little sister and Ohio FFA's little sister this past year. As we've grown up, working in the barn, and spending time playing together, I've learned a lot about my brother. These past 2 years, I've learned that he struggles with directions and responding to text. He has been devoted to his passion for people this year, serving as state president, and that I'm lucky to have a big brother and role model like him. It has been inspiring to have a front row seat watching his constant leadership, encouragement, and love for this organization. Carter, thank you for always pushing me to be the best version of myself and never failing to make me laugh. We are proud and honored to introduce to you my big brother,
my little brother,
and all of our friends.
In your 2025-2026 Ohio FFA State President, Carter Boyd.
I'm slowly shaking off the thoughts that trail me like a hound, and I'm slowly inching toward the day my soul is glory bound. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely coming around.
How does this keep happening? I was sure that I was just by the sunrise booth.
Then I ran into Brutus, stopped to get some really tasty nachos, and now I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to give you my retirement address in the Celeste Center. This is like the 4th time this week this has happened. I am completely lost again. Do y'all have any idea where we are? No? Okay, never mind. I've got to make sure my parents don't find out about me getting lost again. Wait. Oh no. Hi everyone. At least I made it. You don't think my mom and dad saw that, do you? Just ask my mom and dad. There's a reason that I am never allowed to drive on family road trips. No matter if it's a short drive 5 minutes down the road or a family vacation all the way to Florida. Let's get one thing straight. I feel like I can hold my own in most things, but directions are not for me. When I was little, I loved nothing more than looking out of my window as my parents drove around, while I dreamed about all the possibilities happening outside. You would think that spending so much time looking out of my family's Tahoe window would pay off when it was time for me to take the wheel. When it was time for me to graduate from passenger to driver, I quickly realized I'd spent so much time dreaming about possibilities that I forgot to pay attention to the direction we were heading. The day I got my driver's permit, my parents had the amazing idea to have me navigate around our hometown without telling me where to go. There's a long list of reasons of why that was very much not an amazing idea. 1, it's raining, like really raining. The kind of rain I did not want to be driving in. 2, I was one question away from literally failing my permit test, which means I should probably study or something first, right? 3, I have a long history of backing anything from four-wheelers, my best friend's car, and livestock trailers into buildings. Buildings that don't exactly move. 4, lastly, and the biggest reason, I'm sorry, but all of us kids are thinking it right now. Parents are by far the most stressful people to drive with. No questions asked. I use this list of very valid reasons to explain to my parents that I wasn't ready to take the wheel just yet. To which they, of course, told me everything was going to be just fine. Everything was not fine. 2 hours later, we were completely lost in a random restaurant parking lot, and I was thinking we were at least 60 miles away from home. Son, just let me drive. Best news ever. Dad to the rescue, yet again. How many of us have been lost before? You know, the kind of lost where everything seems to move faster. You can't focus, your heart is pounding, there's a pit in your stomach, and your hands are tingling. It's scary, isn't it? Not knowing where to go next. When I get lost, and I get lost plenty, it's scary every time. As I've gotten older, my sense of direction may have slightly improved, but believe me when I say I've still felt that same sense of fear. Fear because I was lost. So lost that I had no idea where to take myself next. As Dad made the 15-minute drive home instead of what I thought was the hours of driving home, he and Mom gave me some driving tips on what to do whenever I got lost in the future. See, I told them I needed to study more. And while I've used their tips on the road a lot, I've also learned they're pretty useful in life too. Driving tip number 1. When I'm lost, sometimes the best thing I can do is turn around to catch a turn I missed or find familiar scenery. That works in life too. Sometimes I can go back to where I've been in order to find out what matters most to me. As a kid, spending the day with any of my grandparents was basically the best day ever. Baking cookies with Graham, swimming with Mamaw, feeding cows with Gramps, exploring the equipment shop with Paul. With both of my grandpas, I would spend hours admiring all of their collectibles found inside their barns. Picture it, endless rows of mounts of white-tailed deer, caribou, moose, elk, turkeys, and a wall full of trinkets from all across the country, all in my Paul's shop. In Gramps' cattle barn, next to the pasture, it was filled with artwork from his 6 grandkids and a collection of toys from his childhood. In a building filled with everything you would need to cut down trees with Paul or work on the farm with Gramps, these things stuck out like a sore thumb. To anyone else, it would seem like they never belonged. To Paul and Gramps, though, these knickknacks were the things that were bringing them joy right alongside the work they were doing. They didn't care that they stood out because in their eyes, they were just as important as their tools. Hold on for a second. What does it mean to stand out? Standing out means being easily noticeable or unique. If something stands out, it catches our attention. It either makes us say, ooh, or ew. Standing out means being outside the norm, not fitting in. Right now, in high school, for all of us, when fitting in feels safe, standing out feels scary. Which brings me to driving tip number 2. When I'm not sure, I check the GPS to make sure I've got a plan for where I'm going. That's followed me off the road too. Sometimes I need to stop and check in with myself. What do I really want? Where am I trying to go? Freshman year of high school is filled with possibilities. And in some ways, it's a chance to choose who you are going to be for the next 4 years. I knew exactly who I wanted to be. I knew so well that I was going to lay it out physically. So I started collecting ear tags from cattle shows, turkey feathers and shotgun shells from hunts I'd been on, stickers from my favorite Western brands, and a list of leadership quotes. Now, I don't have enough hot glue or thumbtacks for all of us today, but let's try it together. Let's all go and take a second and pull out our phones and open up our notes app. If we don't have our phones, that's okay. We can just open up a new notes page in our minds. At the top of our new page, let's title it, Who Am I? Beneath that, first list 3 words that describe you. Next, let's all capture down 2 of our hobbies. Last, let's all write out 1 goal we have for the future. As we finish up our mini Who Am I boards, we can go and put our phones back away. As we're doing that, I'll share my finished product. Ta-da! My Who Am I board was the perfect representation of who I wanted to be. After a while, I stepped back, taking in my hard work in all of its glory. After a while, I stepped forward and looked at the mirror in the middle and said, I'm Carter Boyd. I'm passionate, personable, and dedicated. I love to win cattle shows and hunt for the biggest deer and turkey that are out there. And my biggest goal is one day, I'm going to be a state FFA officer. This was the person I wanted to be known as. And in my mind, every single thing that I did had to be a part of my Who Am I board. I checked the GPS and made a plan. No distractions, no detours, no way to get lost from this journey I had set for myself. Driving tip number 3. When I'm on the road, I look for landmarks. The things that stand out can help reassure me I'm on the right track. Or, when I am lost, help me find my way again. I've learned a lot about myself from the landmark experiences and people that stand out. Everything I did during my freshman year had to be a part of my Who Am I board. I could only work on classwork if it had 100% of my attention. Conversations had to be based around showing cattle or hunting, and the ways I spent my free time, like reading books or listening to podcasts, had to help me work towards my goals. These were the landmarks I was looking for to help reassure me that I was on the right track. Everything was going exactly the way I had planned. Each day, I was one step closer to making that board in my room a real part of who I was. Now, there were plenty of other landmarks in high school that I knew I needed to avoid if I wanted to become the person that I dreamed of. My classmate Max was a representation of all of those things. Max was the type of person that had their work done before anyone else in the school. They were smart, but smart in the quiet way that made you angry or jealous. They stood out, not just to me, but to everyone in the school. They liked weird things like playing video games, fantasy books, and collecting Pokemon. All things that definitely didn't belong with who I was trying to be. If I wanted to be passionate, I couldn't be shy like Max. If I wanted to be successful showing cattle, I didn't have time to be a nerd like Max. If I wanted to dedicate myself to FFA, I couldn't waste my energy being in the band like Max. I thought that if I were anything like Max, I would never become the person I dreamed of. In my mind, I couldn't even be friends with them. So, I distanced myself from them completely. I even went as far as making fun of them, each time my friends and I snickering at my jokes in the back of the classroom. But there was something that still stood out. Definitely a landmark. Max had this quiet, unapologetic confidence. Each time I made a joke or insult, it was brushed off with laughter as they went back to reading that weird book or obsessing over that video game they were playing. They really didn't care what I said. Instantly, I was filled with curiosity. But why was I so curious? I was curious because the truth is, I had parts of myself that stood out, just like Max. The difference is, while they were happily showing theirs off, I was hiding mine from the rest of the world. I was embarrassed. I thought that if I embraced the things I actually enjoyed, I would never become the person I was supposed to be. Things like the iconic Star Wars universe. I'm the proud owner of multiple screen-accurate helmets and even a lightsaber. Things like my favorite dinosaurs. Fun fact, most of the dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park movies are actually from the Cretaceous period. Things like my favorite games, Catan, Ticket to Ride, and even euchre. Ask anyone in my family. Anytime I lose, the whole house knows how upset I am. All of these standout things have one thing in common. They definitely didn't belong with anything on that board. I knew that if I embraced these things that actually made me who I am, I would never, ever become the person from my Who Am I board. Over time, my insults to Max slowly turned into questions. What's that patch on your jacket? It's from Harry Potter. I'm in Slytherin house. And those questions turned into conversations. Max would send me a full breakdown of the Legend of Zelda video game. I would send Max a video of my fluffy cows. We're learning more and more about each other, and Max is helping me learn more about myself. Over time, I came to realize something about my interests that stood out. They were actually things I all had in common with Max. Perfect, the exact thing I was trying to avoid. But I'd started to look forward to those conversations with Max about our common interest. I wasn't ashamed of them as much now. What Max helped me see is that the silly interests in our lives are so important. I once thought that the silly interest of who I actually was could never go hand in hand with the more serious parts of who I wanted to be. What Max helped me see is that the silly interests that bring us joy are just as important as the more serious, purposeful ones. I didn't have to choose one or the other. I could have joy and purpose. This was a landmark realization for me. It gave me permission to embrace who I actually was without having to hide from myself and from the rest of the world. As I started paying more attention, I noticed even more landmarks pointing me towards blending joy and purpose into my own life. When I once thought I couldn't be a member of my FFA chapter and in the band, really? Imagine my surprise when I walked into my very first national convention and saw a literal FFA band and choir. Or when I didn't think I had time to be a history buff and show cattle, I could have dropped dead when I met Mr. Sharp from Amanda Clear Creek FFA, share his love for history through reenactments, antique shows, and artifacts. And when I didn't think I could get distracted if I wanted to accomplish my goals, I was amazed to learn that my professor, Dr. Tracy Kitchell from The Ohio State University, loves to build Lego in his free time as a stress reliever. I was blown away. In the first 10 minutes of one of our state officer leadership classes, we were both bragging about our Lego and Star Wars collections, each trying to out-nerd the other. And he definitely beat me. All across the state this year, I've been lucky to meet so many more people who are proudly sharing their silly interests and making room for joy and purpose into their own lives. All of you, Ohio FFA members, have shown me the things that you're proud of. At each camp session, chapter visit, leadership night, and competition, I have had inspiring conversations that have left me reflecting on the idea that I can be proud of my interests that stand out. Over the past 365 days, all of you have shown me unconditional love for who I really am. And now, I want to share all that experience with all of you. Please turn your attention to the screen to meet some of my friends from this past year from all across the state of Ohio who have shown me there is room, even a need, for both joy and purpose.
I shed goats and do cross country, basketball, and track.
I play golf. My family makes pure Ohio maple syrup.
I run cross country and I dance.
I'm currently an FFA member and hog exhibitor. I also love building Legos in my free time. I have my own room dedicated just for them.
I show equine. I also love to play guitar.
I'm an FFA member and I play many sports. I also like to collect vinyl records, and I have a very large collection of them.
I show market hogs at the county fair, and just recently I became a certified welder.
I'm on the tennis team, and I can solve a Rubik's Cube.
I'm an agribusiness major, and I love to thrift.
I'm a 3-sport athlete, and I'm on the robotics team.
I play golf, and I love Dr. Pepper.
As we can see, we all have interests that seem to stand out. But with an open mind and a small change in our thinking, we can see that the interests that make us stand out are actually what makes each of us outstanding. At first, I thought who I was could never include anything that would stand out. From Max, our talented FFA band and choir, Mr. Sharp, Dr. Kitchell, and all of you, I realized that the things that make each and every one of us stand out are actually what makes each and every one of us outstanding. We don't have to give up or hide our nerdy, quirky, silly, childlike, fun side in order to be the person we want to be. We don't have to trade our joy for purpose. In fact, we need to embrace those landmark standout parts of who we are so that we can be our whole outstanding self. All of you have been the reason that this year has meant so much to me. Not because of what FFA chapter you're from or how many contests you've won, but because of the outstanding person that each and every one of you are. Driving tip number 4. As I've learned from my time on the road, sometimes I need to reroute or take a detour. That's followed me in life too. Sometimes plans change or minds change, and I need to readjust or recreate my plans as well. I want my Who Am I board to incorporate everything I've learned from all of you this year. Matter of fact, let's all do it together. Let's all go and pull out our phones one more time and open up that mini Who Am I board. Beneath what we already have, let's make it outstanding. Let's add another word to describe us to our 3 words we already have. Add a silly interest to your 2 hobbies. Beneath our original goal, let's answer this question. What do I want to do more of in my life? Those 3 things that we just added might seem like a detour at first. They might seem like they stand out, but that isn't something to be afraid of anymore. These are the things that make us who we actually are. Truly outstanding. Now, we've all got our own maps in front of us. A literal set of directions of who we are meant to be. At first, these 3 things might seem like they're in the way, but it's only leading us to a more authentic journey. These are the qualities that complement us, the traits that make us whole, the small quirks that add a touch of joy to our purpose. So now, where are you headed? It's time to take that first step toward finding the light within yourself. It's time to start incorporating a little bit of joy into your purpose. It's time to stop being afraid of standing out and start embracing what makes you outstanding. This isn't a quick trip. It's a lifelong journey. I've still lost myself and my sense of purpose. It's happened more than once, and it's happened during this year. I've been lost when I struggled to walk into literally every single school this year thinking that I had nothing valuable to say. I've been lost when I found it hard to form a genuine connection with my 10 teammates. And I've been so lost every time I zipped up this very FFA jacket as I heard a voice in my head. You will never be worthy of this. Each time that I've gotten lost, FFA members across Ohio have put me back on the right track. You've shown me my words do have value. You've created memories that allowed my 10 teammates and I to connect over. And you've reminded me, despite my insecurities, I am worthy. We all are. Ohio FFA members all across the state have helped me find my way home. Now, when I do go home, I see my Who Am I board, where I've added my favorite Star Wars characters next to ear tags for my favorite show steers, pictures of dinosaurs I love next to turkey feathers from hunts I've been on, and Lego minifigures carefully placed next to my future goals. I might still get lost every once in a while, but over the last few years, I've been able to look at that board a little bit more and smile. I'm Carter Boyd. I'm personable, dedicated, and yeah, I'm a little nerdy. I love to show cattle, and I know everything there is to know about Star Wars. I dream about the days of going on exciting hunts and discovering new dinosaurs. It's been my honor to serve as the 2025-2026 Ohio FFA State President. And I have a passion for people, a passion for outstanding people like the 30,714 that I met this year.
Someone, if you need someone, I was alone, it was fun. I could deny all I like, I could just push back and make believe, and it was alright. But hey, when you call, when you fall, when you need someone, I could be someone
for you. Carter Boyd. We've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've laughed so hard together that we've cried. Putting up with the 10 of us isn't an easy task, but you've handled every conflict, question, and challenge with resilience and grace. You're always more concerned with the well-being and success of the team rather than your own. Most importantly, you showed up every single day to put our 30,714 members first and serve them. So in the future, whether you're fitting show steers, running for governor, or watching Star Wars for the 1,000th time, always know that your 10 teammates and 30,714 best friends have your back. Ohio FFA, your 2025-2026 Ohio FFA State President, Carter Boyd.
Hey, I'm a mess myself, but I think I could be someone. If you need someone, I was alone, it was fun. I could deny all I like, I could just push back and make believe, and it was alright. But hey, when you call, when you fall, when you need someone.
While our time here at the 98th Ohio FFA Convention may be coming to a close, there is still plenty of fun to be had in this, the 5th session. We now have the pleasure of welcoming to the stage our very own Ohio FFA talent, Nora Kelly from the Seneca East FFA chapter.
Here comes a wave meant to wash me away, a tide that has taken me under. Swallowing sand, left with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in the thunder. But I won't cry, and I won't start to crumble whenever they try to shut me or cut me down. I won't be silenced. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. Written in stone, every rule, every word, centuries old and unbending. Stay in your place, better seen and not heard. But now that story's ending. 'Cause I cannot start to crumble. So come on and try to shut me, cut me down. I won't be silent. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. Let the storm in. I cannot be broken. No, I won't live unspoken, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. Try to lock me in this cage. I won't just lay me down and die. I will take these broken wings and watch me burn across the sky. Hear the echo saying I won't be silent. Though you wanna see me tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me, 'cause I know that I won't go speechless. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless.
For all of us, our exciting journey in the Blue Jacket starts with a choice. A choice to walk into a strange place with unfamiliar faces and confusing lessons we don't know much about. That choice gives us access to many important opportunities, friendships, and even more choices. Over time, that strange place starts to feel like home. Those faces turn into friends, and confusing lessons become our passions. Today, we'll be recognizing hundreds of FFA members who have made the choice to go above and beyond with our time in our organization. The state FFA degree represents the hard work, motivation, and exceptional skills that these members have all displayed during their time in FFA. It is our privilege to award this degree that less than 4% of Ohio FFA receives each year. I am proud to announce that this year we will be awarding a record-breaking 1,269 state degrees, 635 of which we recognize on stage this session. At this time, we shall now proceed with the state FFA degree ceremony. Madam Secretary, what do you have to report concerning candidates eligible for this degree?
I am pleased to submit the names of the 635 candidates who have been approved by the Ohio FFA Board of Trustees to receive the state FFA degree.
Our Constitution sets up minimum qualifications that must be met before candidates are eligible for election to this degree. Madam Advisor, have you carefully examined and reviewed the records of these candidates?
I have, Mr. President, and found all candidates fully qualified.
We will now proceed to raise these members to the state FFA degree. Will the candidates please rise?
The state FFA degree is the highest degree our state association can bestow upon its members. Some of you will one day earn the coveted golden key of the American FFA degree. We urge you to maintain throughout your adult lives the same enthusiasm and dedication that you bring to this ceremony today.
It is a great honor to be nominated for the state FFA degree. It is still a greater honor to be selected for this degree by your fellow members of the Ohio FFA Association.
Your new achievement brings you greater honors as well as additional responsibilities. You have widened the field of your service and strengthening in agriculture, the most basic industry of our nation.
You have been urged to advance towards higher degrees in the FFA. We commend you for your accomplishments and encourage you to work towards new and higher goals in our organization and your chosen occupation.
In meeting the requirements of the Green Hand and Chapter FFA degree, you were told that the golden charm of the state FFA degree was awaiting you. The bronze emblem of the Green Hand degree gave way to the silver emblem of the Chapter FFA degree, which has now evolved into that golden charm. This is symbolic of your growth and development in your chosen occupation. May the permanence of the rare and golden qualities be a constant reminder of the strength of your education and the worthiness of your achievement. Therefore, on behalf of the Ohio FFA Association, I confer upon you the state FFA degree with its honors and privileges and present to you this charm, the emblem of the degree. In a moment, these deserving members walk across our stage to receive the state FFA degree. But first, please turn your attention to the screen to hear some words from one of our sponsors.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we keep at heart those dew-covered mornings with the first-time farmer. Our heart beats for the gold-tinged harvest afternoon, with the roar of combines out in the field and generations of agriculture and history rooted to this ground. Securing the future of rural communities and agriculture. It's what we do every day with our customers at heart.
You don't have to know a thing about agriculture, have an agricultural background in order to have that place in the Blue Jacket or to succeed within the national organization.
So FFA creates a culture. Whenever students come into the room, you can see that sense of family. The tradition is radiating throughout the room, and they're excited to be a part of something.
When you spend time in an ag education classroom or an FFA event, it gives you such hope for what the solutions that kids are bringing to the future of the communities that they live in.
How many connections I've made, you can't even put a number on that. From being in a classroom, going to state convention, national convention, where you can meet over 70,000 people at a time.
At this time, Taylor Johnson and Henry Hoisington will introduce our state degree candidates as we present them with the certificate and the golden charm of the state FFA degree. These tokens of membership were sponsored by Farm Credit Mid-America.
Archibald Addison Kinsman. Gage Knopfsinger. Nicole Stevenson. Caleb Wanamaker. Ayersville, Levi Paul Ankney. Aubrey Limber. Ava Sandelman. Bowling Green Penta, Casey Noss. Gavin Reesner. Delta, Claire Bates. Grayson Pelton. Melanie Wise. Eastwood, Cameron Brinker. Hero Bookman. Camille Foos. Jenna Gallant. Connor Heisner. Edgerton, Abigail Fry. Avery Herman. Alyssa Landis. Eden, Danielle Haas. Madison Ogden. Ella Osborne. Lydia Tracy. Elmwood, Garrett Harrison. Parker Joseph. Evergreen Local, Molly Elvey. Nate Emmons. Austin Gillen. Bella Griffith. Jalen Prater. Riley Stadenka. Fairview, Hayden Bach. Renee Bach. Asia Brubaker. Ruby Elston. Ethan Guilford. Amaya Hill. Samantha Mavis. Marissa Retcher. Owen Spicer. Adalyn Zedike. Brooklyn Zedike. Fayette Macy Beers. Wyatt Bieber. Xander Johnston. Keegan Patterson. Fort County Career Center, Lakota Siegel. Genoa Penta, Jewel Aldrich. Augustus Bluffington. Chase Cooper. Gavin Goodman. Lindy Hartman. Brianne Hornick. Aiden Johnson. Madeline Stiles. Holgate, Alexander Rupright. Liberty Center, Cole Bauman. Owen Giebers. Madeline Sattler. Mill Creek West Unity, Zachary Kamak. Sophia Crossgrove. Maya Higgins. Bryce Peters. North Central, Jackson Miller. Okarba Penta, Allie Fox. Cole Griffin. Wade Cap. Madeline Lenke. Carmela Niederhaus. Oregon Clay. Rebecca Norden. Otsego Penta. Jane Bolsick. Brooke Bergman. Sarah Britton. Jacob Doms. Denny Lelstein. Maya Mason. Patrick Henry. Colton Barningsill. Amy Flowers. Lauren Giesecke. Levi Johnson. Raylan Keck. Taylor Schauber. Pensa Career Center, Luke Stroh. Pettysville, Jaden Blankamp. Caleb Wise. Tenora, Joe Billings. Cole Exton. Nathan Sattler. Lindsay Weber. Wasion, Miles Collin. Luke Conrad. Harley Hensley. Madison Lane. Richard Noonan. Bellevue, Blake Armentrout. Aslan Ballenbaker. Lillian Jarrett. Emma Lyon. Morgan Neal. Haley Aubermiller. Aubrey Velko. Buckeye Central, Jaden Ash. Kellen Berger. Caitlin Dick. Peyton Hoffner. Alexander Moyer. Alexis Pope. Elise Seifert. Colonial Crawford. Haley Kovac. Bailey Rossman. Brooke Schieber. Trace Skaggs. Crestview, Erica Davison. Shelby Lackey. Jeriel Martinez. Firelands, Morgan Adkins. Caitlin Capana. Avery Karsten. Caleb Crawford. Alexander Duke. Patrick Finnegan. Willow Holloway. Jacob Kovac. Micah Lee. Aiden Schaefer. Audrey Smith. Allison Strickler. Maggie Tansley. Aubrey West. Reagan Widener. Mariah Woodrum. Hillsdale. Macy Alderholt. Jillian Cowger. Hunter Hickley. Valerie Robinholt. Cameron James Sweet. Adeline Tipton. Bailey Weber.
Lorain County JVS, Aubrey Cook. Kelsey Davis. Augustin Damascio. Michaela Drager. Olivia Hyman. Earl Martin. Michaela Rutz. Gino Vasquez. Jessica White. Loudonville. Abby Eichelberry. Claire Hahn. Stephen Ringler. Lucas Brady G. Gold. Mapleton Holly Kamenetz. Kendall Ramey. Daniel Steeman. Margaretta Carter Kelly. Taylor Sessler. Liliana Wooliver. Mason Yetter. Monroeville Isaac Kruger. Taylor Scheid. Lillian Stein. New London Bryce Hall. Northmore Natalie Eichhorn. Kendall Folk. Fletcher Gompf. Sophia Jacobs. Olivia Levering. Allie Pollard. Elizabeth Rule. Callie Wright. Pioneer CTC, Ella Gates. Shelby, Kylie Biglin. Peyton Bird. Kane Cook. Sam Fairchild. Chloe Francis. Trent Rodman. Peyton Stover. South Central, Alexia Brown. Callie Ingram. Riley Major. Savannah Morrison. Ella Sanders. Keegan Schaefer. Taylor Smith. Blake Whitwright. Vermillion. Cameron Jenkins. Wellington. Daisy Bachmore. Morgan Dennis. Allison Gott. Max Hook. Reese Leiby. Wyatt Norton. Catherine Stannard. West Holmes. Landry Kroski. Emma Eberhard. Benjamin Forer. Shane Lorenz. Emberlyn Miller. Dylan Sowers. Western Reserve. Ezra Green. Austin Kolb. Wyatt Krissa. Wyatt Agolvi. Eli Amert. Lucas Resk. Kenzel Worthling. Wesley Wilson. Justin Jaworski.
Willard. Amelia Tallman. Winford. Cole Brown. Dana Hurst. Landon Miller. Drew Pope. Olivia Ritzler. Brock Som. Brennan Westrick. Aaron Wolf. Biomed Science Academy, Layla Harper. Charlie Kamenash. Black River, Zane Vungard. Garrett Canfield. Addison Flynn. Buckeye, Anthony Chung. Natalie Edenfield. Claire Hanley. Faith Capil. Grace Napple. Columbian County, CTC, Cheyenne Buzzard. Trenton Cable. Emma Cutler. Shauna Davis. Cade Gusher. Lorraine Corda. Vanessa Levernight. Catherine Manberg, Zachary Mayfield, Emma Priestley, Alexis Sperling, Glen Oak, Daisy Theodore, Minerva, Enoch Brodenziek, Rachel Weaver, Northwestern, Brooke Hershey, Jacob Howman, Gabriella Rydell, Olivia Welch, Norwayne, Liliana Adkins, Zachary Colber, Addiston Linston, Emma Nauhauser, Caleb Stoller, Jayla Winkler,
Pymatuning Valley, Grant Corson, Julia Hitchcock, Mackenzie Martin, Michael McNish, David Sharp, Riley Young, Sophia Young, RG Dre's CTC, Alyssa Boone, Ayana Eckerd, Callum Martin, Adar Reyes, Sandy Valley, Emma Coy, Chloe Frazee, Elizabeth Gamber, Leah Grigsby, Smithville, Grace Frank, Cora Gardner, Southeast, Rachel Bresky, Maggie Rodenbucher, Southern Local, Catherine Brewer, Chase Forbes, Cole Forbes, Trevor Groff, Shane Howell, Mara Miller, Skylar Parrish, Triway, Riley Grosjean, Cadence Horsky, Sophia James, Evelyn Linden, Lillian Ritchie, United, Zach Blake, Campbell Blazer, Atlee Brinker, Maisie French, Elena Grubb, Ava McCracken, Caroline Mosier, Ricky Salmon, Megan Short. Wayne County Career Center, Jack Artsner. Lexi Palker.
West Branch, Isabella Higgins. Bryce Hoops. Connor Linder. Austin Pierce. Grady Walkwell. Austin Ruthroff. Stella Zippe. Ada. Anna Colony. Gavin Guyton. Kenley Poling. Dayla Preston. Taylor Price. Alan East. Peyton Carter. Campbell Hawk. Olivia Jones. Madison Miller. Bronwyn Schaefer. Gwendolyn Schaefer. Arcadia, Aaron Bowes. Blaine Coleman. Owen Smith. Isaac Stoner. Arlington, Trenton Heacock. Carey, Carter Bame. Callie Durr. Isaac Peters. Mason Rickle. Connor Tyson. Dalen Walter. Clyde. Jocelyn Adair. Vivian Gibbs. Mallory Majit. Ian Strasbaugh. Corey Rawson. Griffin Anderson. Connor Neese. Carson Reese. Levi Rutherford. Molly Spaeth. Caden Whitman.
Crestview, Matthew Deely. Abigail Dykricks. Owen Heckler. Emily Lickley. Carson Parrish. Logan Schlemmer. Kennedy Short. Allie Thatcher. Delphus. Trevor French. Tessa Meyer. Brianna Pullman. Elida. Aaliyah Cash. Noah Jospel. Gabe Klein. Kara Pack. Fremont Ross. Heidi Johns. Allison Myers. Corbin Root, Gibsonburg, Kaden Althouse, Gabrielle McCrory, Hardin Northern, Marianne Woodruff, Hopewell Loudon, Alex Fitzpatrick, Mallory Rowe, Caitlin Schneiderman, Kalida, Adam Bockrath, Cooper Horstman, Nathan Colley, Josh Schulte, Nathan Wanamaker, Lakota, Brody Brewrocker, Parker Alivener, Chloe Foos, Corinna Lay, Xavier Thomas, Leipzig, Lindsay Frankart, Liberty Benson, Cole Fisher, Lincoln View, Kira Breeze, Alexis Hoagland, Corbin Hughes, Cassidy Rank, Rayleigh Welker, McComb, Claire Bryan, Trace Bryan, Brooke Koenig, Miller City, Olivia Gilgenbach, Noah Liebrecht, Peyton Michael, Reagan Schiffer, Josie Schneip, Olivia Searfoss, Mohawk, Holden Parker, Danielle Searles, Preston Tyree,
Old Fort, Grady Eakin, Layla Garland, Brock Hall, Lucy King, Nakaya Wall, Abigail Ward, Clara Williams, Parkway, Blake Donner, Stephen Harner, Austin Kanapke, Jordan Schaefer, Luke Sheets, Gabrielle Still, Paulding, Avery Cooper, Kaylee Dunham, Jayla Griffith, Mariah Kaufenstein, Mackenzie Leatherman, Kate Mans, Mariah Mans, Gannon Parrott, Addison Pease, SDPs, Tori Shatler, Riley Stork, Riverdale, Aubrey Baldwin, Madison Passett, Seneca East, Addison Dawson, Jordan Enders, Landon Fruth, Nora Cayley, Gunnar Polechik, Jack Sigler, Sentinel CTC, James McCarthy, Anderson Mennel,
Spencerville, Emma Evans, Elijah Johnston, Addison Roof, Upper Sandusky, Brindley Cundiff, Cade Fry, Micah Parcell, Dawson Smith, Adelie Wagner, Van Buren, Brooke Ann Bush, Emmett Morey, Wapakoneta, Brenna Binkley, Caroline Fisher, Kaylee Grieve, Callan Hamp, Ava Manbeck, Cole Stevely, Anna, Joe Kreitz, Callie Garrett, Haley Tooney, Atlee Zimpher, and Sonia, Kenzie Homan, Austin Singer, Troy Stuck, Hayden Waymeyer, Arcanum MVCTC, Bowden Menzie, Danica Michael, Botkins, Cole Ofterhour, Madison Bauman, Ella Brown, Landon Beeler, Brianna Egbert, Christian Egbert, Rory Mack, Eli Pitts, Bradford UVCC, Leah Clark,
Brookville NBCTC, Skylar Oswald, Sarah Rhodes, Leah Viernes, Salina, McKenna Adams, Ryan Eckhart, Alexis Jacobs, Corey Menishifer, Reagan Walker, Emily Welling, Coldwater, Gage Emmons, Gina Fisher, Ava Schmidtmeyer, Kenley Segrist, Tori Timmerman, Connor Tobin, Keaton Tobin, Covington UVCC, Bella Batford, Whitney Burns, Caden Hollingsworth, Brock Lyons, Stevie Newhouse, Eaton MVCTC, Julianne Deaton, Nicole Ehler, Charlotte Nickwo, Alexis Oda, Malia Thacker, Fairlawn UVCC, Coley Christie, Ethan Hollenbecker, Drake Hulskamp, Madeline Miller, Emil Phillips, Troy Putnam, Amanda Rausch, Peyton Demange, Fort Loramie UVCC, Madison Snyder, Fort Recovery, Dina Brown, Keena Dews, Tyler Dews, Destiny Irvin, Brady Evers, Callie Fortcamp, Carter Fortcamp, Sydney Jute, Madeline Schotling, Kira Stump, Ava Timmerman, Bryn Willman, Franklin Monroe, MVCTC, Reagan Flora, Breeley Grody, Brooklyn Miller,
Greenville, Mason Hangen, Taylor Trussell, Houston UVCC, Gracelyn Duersham, Kaya Keelersmith, Jackson Center UVCC, Cale Barhorst, Kyle Birch, Anderson Fark, Carter Klopfenstein, Natalie Metzger, Ashley Nuss, Preston Sir, Marion Local, Aaron Albers, Elena Burt, Jenna Browring, Megan Holman, Miami East MVCTC, Alec Fine, Luke Fulton, Colton Hamby, John Hart, Memphis Hughes, Evan Maxon, Kat Neiswanger. Charlotte Norman. Emmett Ondera. Owen Ondera. Olivia Polovek. Ava Skeens. Kyle Wright. Miami Valley CTC, Dylan Arnold. Leanna Banks. Chloe Klopper. Angela Graff. Allison Green. Summer Harder. Grant Heiser. Aubrey Hofferbert. Madeline Kender. Cora Monig. JJ Vach. Bryce Watson.
Milton Union MBCTC, Luke Jones. Minster, Sophia Binsman. Chase Hageman. Ava Sigstro. Mississinawa Valley MBCTC, Connor Hardy. Ava Hummel. National Trail MBCTC, Luke Bowers. Colin Dom. Jenna Deaton. Jacob Farno. Claire Oswald. Grace Oswald. New Bremen, Owen Bornhorst. Lene Evers. Sierra Homan. Tara Cromer. Kyle Millhouse. Julia Tangeman. Alexa Wilker. Olivia Wilker. Rebecca Wilker. June Wilson. New Knoxville, Avery Albers. Emily Bomber. Avery Homan. Allison Steinke. Preble Shawnee. Lacey Everson. Trent Geese. Ethan Scott. Sydney. Jada Schroeder. St. Henry. Ethan Brunswick. Preston Leafield. Caden Moeller. Samuel Mormon. St. Henry. Lillian Rockwell. Carson Schmackers. Jacob Witzel. Abram Wendell. St. Mary's, Allison Ankerman. Lane Frank. Olivia Halko. Logan Henshin, Peyton Mawley, Caitlin Lee, Owen Ott, Jackson Rommel, Ella Sharman, Olivia Tester, Rylan Wilges, Zayden Williams, Hunter Wingate,
Tri-County North MVCTC, Isabella Cherry, Luke Wright, Tri-Village MVCTC, Alexis Finkbein, Americus Hirsch, Kenna Wilcox, Twin Valley South MVCTC, Maya Hundley, Andrew Johnson, Matthew McClanahan, Upper Valley Career Center, Kenny Burks, Ashlyn Grew, Levi Hoying, Garrett Hughes, Carly Gonzella, Hayden Lamcool, Max Schulze, Max Sager, Valley View MVCTC, Cameron Nicole Pryor, Lucy Mayshell, Versailles, Grace Borchers, Ryerland Bowerman, Gracie Henry, Patrick McGlinch, Bette Pinstenbarger, Lucy Schmidtmeyer, Hank Smith, Nathan Timmerman,
Let's give one more round of applause to Ohio State FFA degree recipients. Throughout this session, we heard many songs from our talented band and choir, recognized 635 deserving state degree recipients, and created countless memories that will last longer than just the bus ride home. Personally, I'd say we knocked it out of the park in this session 5A. If you're returning home from here, we wish you safe travels. If you're joining us for session 5B, be sure to be back in these seats by 5:45 to kick off our pre-session. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Mr. President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this session? We are about to adjourn the 5th session of the 98th Ohio FFA Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.
Running through the strange life, chasing all them green lights, throwing out the shade for a little bit of sunshine, hippie with them good vibes, pictures on my phone lights, everything is so fast.